ーンって刺されるよ。なんで死んだ回数グレンさん2回が俺1回か。
マジか。
これリプレイできるんだ。この画像バグってますよ。
ほんまや。
リプレイボタンがあるってことは難易度変えたもう一回プレイしてみてねってことです。
Our most sincere sympathy to the families and friends of those lost in this tragic accident. Montgomery Industries is sparing no expense in our rescue attempts and are fervently scouring Unman's and rabbit-hole minds for any survivors. They will not be easy to move on from this tragedy, but I have faith we will make it through these challenging times.
俺最初からまたリプレイで
できるよってこと
できることやな。
まあサーバー変えるか。
サーバー変える。
ワールドね。まあ楽しかったよ。
うん。楽しかった。
楽しかった。
前楽しかった。なんか。まあとりあえず次のあれどんなんか楽しみ。
配信つけたの消したの？
つけたよ。
つけたんだ。次のやついいとは限らない。
うん、全然いいよ。いやー、あれだな。意外になんか楽しかったな、あれ。
今回ちゃんとエンドロールがあったからね。今回なかったからね、エンディングが。
うん、前回なかったな。なんか、まともでなんかちゃんとやって。い
や、なんかよくわからんけど。
そう、なんか意味わからん感じだったな、普通に。
なんかあるかな。
なんか面白いやつある。準備できたらそっちも買うから。
これストーリー性のやつがね、面白いんだけどね。
うん。確かに。
シンプルにサバイバル系のやつばっかなんだよ。
ストーリー系でストーリー系のアドベンチャーはないんかなと思うんだけど、なんか。
暗黒海モンスターってやつ面白い。
暗黒海モンスター？
読み方ってのが知らんけどね。
じゃあそれとりあえずそれ言ってみる。
読み方あってかわからんけど。ストーリー系かどうかわからんけどね。実際のフルネームは暗黒海モンスターハンターって書いてある。評価星5が 81%。割といい方だ。
じゃあとりあえずそれやってみる。
これ月額払ってるからタダでできるけど、実際900いくらかかるからね、普通だと。
まあ確かに
980円ぐらいかかる。マイクラの公式の月額やつ払ってるから、タダでできる。
じゃあとりあえず入った？
まだ。
OK。
ワールドをダウンロードしてそれをまた開かないといけないですね。
OK。
960円かかるな、本来。
まあそれで今日クロスプレイ入れ直してよかったましてよ。あれでも入れんかったらまた一緒にできんかったからな。
招待芸にする、オフにする？
そのままに入る。できた？待
って。 大丈夫かな、俺が。
てかもう開いとるやん。
今開いてるね。
オッケー、入るわ。
ロード中。
今ロード中ね。オッケーオッケー。よろしい？
まだロード中。
まだロード中？オッケー。てかさ、なんか全然思んない。
さっきの人と同じ？
マジで？
最初のこのロビーが似てる。
あれ、なんか入れんぞ。どういうことや？わかんないかったな。
無視したかもな、これさっきの。
ミュータントの
ミュータントのさっきのミュータントのやつ、制作者一緒かもしれない。
なるほど。それ招待送って、なんか入れねえ。とりあえず招待送って、なんか入れんかったわ。なんか普通になんか入ろうかなと思ってもなんか入れんかった。
何回か繰り返して入れんじゃないですか。
いや、それ今さっきやったけどなんか入れんかったから、それでまあ招待来たらやっといけてる今ダウンロード中やから待ってね。
音楽聞いた。
ちょっと水分取ろう。来たよーっていう間になんか埋まってるし、なんで埋まってんの？どこやねんこれ。なんか埋まってるし、どここれ。
シングルプレイヤーオンリーって書いてあるから、無理やりやる。
無理やり合流せんといけん感じこれ。これ突っかかって進めにねん。やっと始まったの一緒に。
シングルプレイヤーオンリーって
シングルプレイヤーオンリーって言いながら、これ探す感じ？何これ？
ハンターなんだこ
れ。閉めんじゃねえよお前。閉めんじゃない。勝手に閉めたんかい。
中入ったら飛ばされたんだ。
ここに行けってこと？俺進めねえんだけど。
今シングルプレイヤーオンリーだからしょうがないじゃ
ん。マジかよ。何これ。勝手に進められたこれ。いや、丸って書いてあるけどさ、進めないんですけど。いや、丸って書いてあるけどさ、進めないんですけど。どういう状況これ。やっといけたわ、もう。で、これで。 矢印がなんか動向で撮るけどさ、どの辺めちゃめちゃ探索系になってるけど本でも見つけたの。
新聞で読んでもいけなかったスタンツとかのとこをアップさせるわけでさ。
あ、いけた。
なんか単性とかだった。
何これ。
今チュートリアルってことだよね。多分そうだよね。
なるほど。でも作者同じ人やこれ。
これだけとか言ったらあれだよね。
これだけやったら多分クソやん。始まったわ。どこ？また。何これ？どこにいるのこれ？どこ？暗いんだけどなんか箱状の中おるんだけどこれどここれ？
音声だけ流れてる。
会話喋ってないよ俺。
You see, usually when couples talk about a fiery honeymoon, it's never literal. They would never expect it all to go up in a thick, dark smoke. A smoke that swallows all their plans, hopes, and dreams. But you see, things have a way of working out sometimes. Sometimes they work out good, sometimes bad, and sometimes a little something in between. It's just a roll of the dice. And however those dice land is what you're stuck with. Good or bad. This is the story of what happens when those dice fall right off the table.
Tommy, yeah? A couple of my boys dragged you out of that mess of a car out on the highway.
I could hardly see straight. My ears were still ringing from the crash, and I couldn't tell if it was minutes ago or years. Only one thing was on my mind, though. Where is Molly?
So one day you made it out of there. You saw one of the Nether families tearing into your car. New here. You haven't got a clue what's going on, do you?
I already didn't like this guy. Something stunk. Like a fish left in the back of a fridge, or a boiled Easter egg that went unfound for a couple weeks. He was right, though. I felt lost as a sailor blown off course.
You're an apex. It's the only town on a highway coming out this way, so you probably know that much. We were the lead researchers on everything in the net. By the look on your face, you know that much as well. I suggest you don't go sitting at a poker table anytime soon.
I spit in front of him, but kept quiet. Ma always taught me to keep myself level-headed. If I hadn't felt like I got crushed by a 20-ton train, I would have taken him down a few notches.
Shaman, long story short, we had a breakthrough. We thought we could control the creatures on the other side. We got greedy. We tried to take control of the creatures, and they weren't too appreciative of the gesture. Can't say I blame them.
It sounded about right. Most of the suits sitting around ordering hard workers, taking all the profits. Same old story. But this time they tried bossing around someone who wouldn't take it lying down.
They've taken over Apex. It's their city now. They're off hiding away, pulling the strings on how everything's run here. No one's allowed to leave. Most are afraid to even step outside. I was one of the people who helped summon nether creatures into our realm. I tried to control them too. There are demons hiding everywhere, but the biggest issue is the four. Four incredibly strong and exceptionally dangerous creatures who are running the place now.
Nothing he told me was surprising. You could read it all over him. He was holding himself up high and looking down on me and everyone around him. Just like the kind of guy to get himself into a mess and drag everyone down with him. I heard all over, but picked myself up and started to walk away, tired of listening.
My guy saw the suit in your car. What was left of it, at least. Tommy the PI, the guy who busted the Abitax weapons smuggler, the guy who set up shop and scared most crooks out of whatever towns you visited.
I already knew from the way he was talking that he wanted me to fix this mess. I needed to find Molly. Then we could head back the way we came and never look back. His flattery wasn't gonna do anything.
It's in your best interest to help me. To help the town. No one's getting out of here while the big four are in charge. Nothing gets in or out. Why do you think you got attacked?
That was his problem. These weren't my people. This wasn't my problem. They got themselves into this. My problem was getting out. But I already felt like a rat in a maze that was shrinking around me, closing in, cutting off all my exits.
The creature that attacked you? They got that pretty little gal you brought along with you.
Got it. He was already gone before my guys got there. You were out cold.
In those few words, my entire world shattered. Molly was the nearest and dearest thing to me. She was my life, and I felt the color get sucked out of the world. His eyes gave it away. He was telling the truth. Molly...
You can still bring it justice. You can save this town. I've had my guys going all over looking for these creatures with no luck at all. They can hardly tell a clue apart from my left shoe, let alone accomplish anything as far as tracking a big Ford down. You can. You're a professional, Tommy.
I wasn't thinking of anything at all, other than Molly. I could hardly believe she was gone. I felt cold, and more than anything else, I was angry. I wanted to make the Fort pay. They took the best thing in my life away, so I take everything they had.
Tommy, you're shaking. If you're gonna find these guys, you gotta keep your composure. Now look, the first of the four you gotta find is the Demon Horse. This guy's chasing folks down and snatching them off the street. I was able to track down this horseshoe that belonged to it. Maybe that could help you track it down.
I hardly heard a word he said. I just knew that I was a step closer to finding one of the big four. The shoe was less than ideal. I would have preferred a specific area to search, rather than chase some horse demon all over town. But it was distinct enough that the prints were there. I just had to follow them. I left without a word. I thought I'd fall apart if I opened my mouth. Like a dam breaking and spilling into the night.
消えたあいつ。アイテムが出たから。
やっと探索できるね。
収集。そしてちゃんと。
急な何謎急な謎解き。あ、これ何だこれ。
さっきのおじさんいる。
ライトつかむほら、なんかライトつかねえんだけど。
シングルプレイヤーだから基本的に一人メインで使えてるからさ。
まあでもこうやって
俺が使っててクレンサー表示されてクレンサー表示やってて俺が使えないとこじゃない。
ああ、そういうこと。
ここ？どうした？
なんか分かった。でも矢印方向的にこの上らしいね。なんかこの上になってんの。上？
下？
どうこれ。剣の量振ってるリーチの音なるんかい。めっちゃ細かい。これあれか、苔か。どこに進んでばいいんやこれ。矢印の方向に進めって言ってるけどさ。これ？なんかこの辺なんか痕跡の跡はないかな。なんか痕跡の跡はないか。意外にこっちの方もあれなんだね。探索できるんだね。でも矢印はでも矢印はそっちになってるからな。投げて何も変わらねえだろ。今さっきやったから、今さっきやってるのなんかあれだったからさ。戻れ。
もし謎解きすぎるの
かな。なんか足跡出てるな。ちょっと待って、足跡出てる。足跡ある。どこ？こっちか。 どっち？あれそういう時はこっち行こう。でこっちで
幅でかいね、この人。人しかないけど。
豚だろうと思って。こうなってるやつは
今日いるんだ。いねと思った。
もうあのバゲモンのせいで。なんで俺にヘイトの糸なんで俺に向かうの？で
まあ、その先だよね。
この感じ、こっちはじゃああったのでこっちかでどっち？
This is the place that drove Molly and me out of town. On the outside, they just grew a bunch of plants. Wheat, carrots, the like. Nothing that would make someone think twice. Completely unassuming. I got hired for a job looking into the owner. The city thought he was dodging taxes and sent me in to poke around. I got sloppy. Thought it was nothing but someone looking to keep a little extra cash in their pocket. Can't blame them. Some of the shipping boxes they had were marked packed with vegetables. Thought they were just shipping crops out to other towns. Till I saw the cold steel hiding between carrots and apples. 3 of their goons came out and jumped me. Figured leaving was the best thing we could have done after that. It was only a matter of time before one of them came to make sure I stayed quiet about what I saw. I couldn't let Molly get caught up in that.
また来たよ。痛い。でおい。早いな、いい展開だね。
そう。
One, the demon horse. They're the first step to taking everyone down, and that's just what I am.
何をすればいいのこれ。何をすればいいの。
If I want to get some damage on the demon, then I'll have to get things back.
これでどうするの？なんか乗れたんだけど何をしろっていうんこれ。
これ蹴ってことだ。
あれ？ここも消えれねえんだけど。スタンした時に出てくる。あ、今スタンした。今いける。今いける。何？ジャンプ？あ、そういうこと。乗ってジャンプしてない倒せって感じか。あ、死ぬ。
Well, nothing I couldn't handle. It felt good to take a little back for what I lost. I can't back out of this now. The ball's in motion. I just gotta keep it rolling.
変わったク
Better
リー
get
チャ
back to
ーを
Mortifera.
なんかクリアした。順番があったんだね。
でまた多分この先やもん。
街のアイテム全部消えたけど。
気の右。いや、あんな顔が出てきて怖いな。いや、急に瞬間移動してんの。またあれ、話さんといけんのかな。
そんでそこ行けばいいんじゃない？
I see it in your eyes. You took care of one, didn't you?
I felt a snarl come up, but I kept it in check, mostly. Only one of us was gonna come out of that lair, and it sure wasn't gonna be some fiery monster. Nothing would have stopped me from avenging my wife.
That's one less obstacle in the way and one step closer to that vengeance you're looking for. You still want it, don't you? Good. That'll help you keep pushing forward to your goal. The next is two. A giant lizard that crept out of the portal. It would spy on people and blackmail. For a sum, their secrets would be safe. Well, that's what they were told, at least. Doesn't matter now. What matters is that it's cutting off shipments to Abapax and selling the food, tools, medicine, and other supplies to the citizens at 500% of their usual price. People are starving and sick because of it. Back when we had the demons under control before the Big Four got together to fight back, this lizard was actually pretty good at cooking the books, too. Pretty valuable skill as far as demons go. Kept on them on a pretty tight leash, but we let our guard down. Something out of the kindness of their hearts.
A creature coming through before I lost my temper.
You gotta get back into it, I see. The lizard's feet are sticky, letting it grip to any surface. Well, get to it, Tommy.
Unlike one whose hooves left trackable prints in the ground because of the metal shoes, two didn't have
You
that.
took care of one.
Two's feet were sticky though, snarl result of a weird gooey slime. On the ground it got hard to see once it was peeled out of that lair, and it sure wasn't tracking some fireball. Nothing would stop me from avenging my wife.
That's one less obstacle in the way and one step closer to that vengeance you're looking for. You still want it, don't you? Good. That'll help you keep pushing forward to your goal. The next is two. A giant lizard that crept out of the portal. It would spy on people and blackmail. For a sum, their secrets would be safe. Well, that's what they were told, at least. Doesn't matter now. What matters is that it's cutting off shipments to Abapax and selling the food, tools, medicine, and other supplies to the citizens at 500% of their
会話中
usual
になんか
price.
ピョーンってなんか飛んでいったのが俺も見えて
Back when we had the
る
demons under control before the Big Four got together to fight back, this lizard was actually pretty good at cooking the books, too. Pretty valuable skill as far as demons go. Kept on them on a pretty tight leash, but we let our guard down. Sometimes you forget that they ain't helping you out of the kindness of their hearts.
A creature coming through the portal or not doesn't justify forcing it to do your bidding. Who knows if they would have been as lost the trail of Tifler. How did I rest see it? Hadn't tried to control the creatures. Might have been peaceful. Regardless, it had forfeited any right to mercy the second it was wrapped up in the attack on Molly. And I told him to give me the info on two before I lost my temper.
You gotta get back into it, I see. The lizard's feet are sticky, letting it grip to any surface. Well, get to it, Tommy.
Unlike one whose hooves left trackable prints in the ground because of the metal shoes, two didn't have that. Two's feet were sticky though, a result of a weird, gooey slime. On the ground it got hard to see because of people coming and going, covering the tracks. But on the walls and ceilings, that was a different story.
でこれ配信動いてるの俺の配信動いてるか
人がいる。
いるよ
どこだ？
They used to sell these great meals up here. Couple of demons flipping hot sandwiches at one stall. Someone selling tools at the next. The stall with the dazzling jewelry, each twinkling like tears falling through the air. A ring stood out to me, and I knew I needed to buy it. Blew a month's pay on it, and it still didn't feel like enough to make me mine. But she loved it recklessly. They used to sell these great meals up here. A couple of demons flipping hot sandwiches at one stall. Someone selling tools at the next. The stall with the dazzling jewelry, each twinkling like tears falling through the air. A ring stood out to me, and I knew I needed to buy it. Blew a month's pay on it, and it still didn't feel like enough to make Molly mine, but she loved it all the
さん
same.
で探してればいいんじゃない適当に
完全に失ったな、足音が。てか意外に広いから迷子になるんだよな。
迷子になったら迷子になったら俺できるけど。
てかもうなんかライトと武器めちゃめちゃ増えてる。
Place used to be a demonology lab. People would effort, all that. It was always way too far over my head. I had more of a knack for cracking people's heads rather than using my own. Supposed to be the place Abratax brought in the demons. Everything kind of went downhill from there. I still don't know how they thought they'd get away with binding the demons here, then making them work for little or nothing. Place used to be a demonology lab. People would come from all around to tour the place, join the effort, all that. It was always way too far over my head. I had more of a knack for cracking people's heads rather than using my own. Supposed to be the place Abratax brought in the demons. Everything kind of went downhill from there. I still don't know how they thought they'd get away with binding the demons here, then making them work for little or nothing.
合ってる？
じゃあ分からん適当に
黄緑の足音が出るからさ。
知ってるけど
The Abratax security headquarters. Had my own little visit here once. Couple of times. Guy tried to steal Molly's purse and slid with the crowd like a snake in the grass. Tracked him down. I've always been good at that, and I got my hands on him. Molly had to come bail me out when the police caught up to me. Catching him was one thing, they said. Throwing him off a bridge was another. My ma always taught me to look after my people, and I kept that up even after she was gone. Molly sure made quite an impression on her. Ma would have come out of her grave and shoot me out if I didn't take good care of my gal.
ぐるぐるしてる
あの人をくるくるくるくる回ってるな。
This is one of the most green and vibrant places in all of Abratax. Molly would always bring me out here just to take it all in. Never really my kind of thing. Seeing her get excited about it made it more than worth it. Molly may be gone, but that hasn't stopped this place from being as full of life as ever.
なんかこの辺のこんな変わらないね。矢印がもう簡単になってんだ。
The Abratax Museum. Not usually my kind of place, but I always found myself coming here anyway. None of the attractions ever caught my eye. It was always the people, each coming and going. Each of them a display far more interesting to me than any of the bones, words, and relics the museum had. You can really tell a lot about a person when you watch them. How do they conduct themselves? What do they wear? How do they treat others? How do they act when they think no one is watching? I'd come here in my free time just to teach myself how to really read a person. The experience really helped when I started out as a private eye.
わかったなんか。完 全然迷子になったな。
Abertax was always so focused on being on the forefront of technology and magic. Labs like this popped up all over town, trying to come up with the next big breakthrough. Learning all about the Nether and how to exploit it. Each of them just wanted to take. Wanted to be wolves in a shepherd's pasture, able to snag whatever they wanted. With the Nether running the show right now, seems kind of funny that the power Abertax tried to gain ended up costing them all the power they had. Icarus flew a little too close to the sun.
なんか試し食らうのね。落胆試食らうのかこれ。マジか。
俺も食らってるよ。
めちゃめちゃなんか矢印の方向進めて出てるけど。あ、帰ってきたな。あ、じゃあ次のあそこのあれ緑の分が立ってるとこ行けって感じか。なるほど。あったあったあったあった。でこの緑の出てる方向に出ればこっちやね。
The trail's gone cold. I should double back. Lost the trail. Where did I last see it?
ああ、反抗区らしい。
Lost the trail. Where did I last see it?また迷子になったな。じゃあさっきのとこ戻ればいいのかな。ああ、正解らしいでこっち来てから上じゃないかな。なかったらもうどっかあるんだよね。でもさすがに上に登れないしな。上がもしあったら。回ってなってるからこっちか。これとこっちになってるんだよな。でもどこになってんだこれ。あっち。Not seeing any more tracks this way.
あれ、どこあそっち？今さっきあったんだよな。ちょっと俺がちょっと出してみるわ、次のと。今さっきここあったんだよな。ルートどうなったの？そっち行けっていうのか。 どないせいって下に行けってつけられて頼むわ。
いや、これどっち向いてんだ。
確かにこれコンパスのコンパスでどうなってんだろ
グレンさんもコンパス持ってる。
う。うん。どうなってんだ。
ここで来る。どこなんだろう。
今次ここにあったんよな。なのにまず消えてんの。なんか、あったあった。なんでキキさんがつけたら急に出るの？おかしいやろ。なんでキキさんがついたら出てくるの？今さっきはなんか俺しか出なかったけど。
シングルペアだからじゃない。
でもなんか俺はなんか、
The trail's gone cold. I should double back.
今さっきのなんか馬と人間がなんか合体したやつね、ルートはさ、なんか俺に出たんやけど、今度キキさんがやっとるな。あの黄緑はどこにあるんじゃい。マジわからんな。めっちゃ謎解きだわ、やってることで。
じゃなさそう。
ああ、こっちについてるついてる。コンパスがごっちゃごちゃになってるな。合ってんの？はあ。丸ってなってるけど。コンパス出しながらやってるけどさ。
ああ、なんかね、コンパス、グレンさんの動いた方向に向くの。
俺が向いた方向に矢印が向いてるのか。
わからんけど、かもしれん。俺動いてもだって、
うん。
わからん。別に何も持たない方がいいかもしれない。
あ、ほんまや。最初のやつはなんか分かったんだけど、なんかいくつい最初のやつはなんかさ、全部辿っていったらなんか出たんやけど、次のやつがなんかマジで分からん。結局どこにあるの？
これ確かですね。
あ、でもなんかここだったな。あ、出てきた出てきた。 と出てきた。わかりづらいました。そっちか。ルート的にそっちになってんな。わかりづらいマジでこれ。あ、上や。ここについてる。そのまま上見ていったら、ちょっと待って、俺配信がブラックアウトしたからちょっと待って。